What is going on, YouTube? We wanted to do a video, well, pretty soon here about a buying guide for a Super Nintendo console. We did one about 2 years ago, I think, and it did really good. What we're basically going to do is we're going to go over the estimated prices of one, and then we're going to look at a couple buying options. Kind of to give you guys the best bang for the buck and where to kind of stay away from DK oldies. Anyway, so let's get into it. So this is price charting. If you guys are unfamiliar with price charting, it is a website that bases pricing on collectibles, comics, Funkos, Legos, coins, sports cards, everything really. And it is available for free. So you basically just go here, you put in what do you want to look, and it will give you the estimated prices. So these prices are based on what it is selling for on eBay mostly. I believe you can also sell your own stuff on here. I've never really purchased anything or did that, but that is an option. So we're looking up a Super Nintendo console right now. Loose price. So loose price usually generally means the basic stuff to play it: controller, cords, and the system itself. On average, it looks like we can estimate a Super Nintendo, and this is without shipping and everything, going for around $80. So $82, one sale per day normally. And if we go down here, we can kind of see, you can see the pricing right here, what people have been paying. So this video was filmed on 24, so it looks like they had a Super Nintendo tested, sold on the 21st for $74. We have another one on here. There was a Super Nintendo system with no cables, though. I'm assuming with a controller, maybe, for $67. Super Nintendo with console, $80. This was specifically the one chip one, which a lot of people go for, but this one went up all the way up to $140. Other than that, I mean, we're looking at $55. This one's got a bundle with games bundled, 2 controllers, and stuff like that. So, like I said, on average, you're expected to pay around $80. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at a few different options online. I always recommend, obviously, shopping around. Now, unless you got a bunch of money willy-nilly and you don't care, then you can do what you want to do. But let's start off. So this one's going to blow your mind. Walmart. Walmart, I guess, has Super Nintendos available to purchase on it, and we went over this I think the last time around. We did Amazon, Walmart, and a few other ones. I was really surprised. So for $170, you can purchase a Super Nintendo through Walmart. Obviously, consoles and stuff like that are conditioned. I don't know, but out of 10 reviews, they got 4.4 stars. Obviously, most of the time, this is not actually through Walmart themselves. It's like a third party. So it looks like this is purchased from Retro. Let's go down. Here we go. Retro Fam right here. They have a horrible seller rating, 3.6 stars out of 2,300 ratings. So not very trustworthy if you ask me. But that is an option. Obviously, you can spend $170 on Walmart, and you can get it. Now, our next option is going to be the horrible one. Like we thought the Walmart pricing was bad. We were looking at price charting, seeing these go for around $80. We've seen that Walmart for about $170. Now look at this. DK Oldies is selling a Super Nintendo player pack for $234. So this is just the basic. So right down here, the player pack contains a Super Nintendo console, an AC adapter. Doesn't say OEM, it just says it, so more than likely you're going to get a third-party one. TV hookups, once again, could be third-party. And one new replica controller. So what's a replica controller mean? It means it's going to be a third-party one. And as a lot of you guys know, these suck. Some replica controllers are not compatible with games like NBA Jam or Super Star Wars. Why? That's kind of weird, and I'm kind of glad that they put that in there, because let's face it, I mean, NBA Jam is one of the best games on the Super Nintendo and Sega. I'd say it's one of the best sports ones. But if we just zoom down a little bit more, I mean, you can see the other options here. I don't exactly know why this one is so much by itself, but I mean, you can get the 2-player pack for cheaper here. It's probably because this one's in great condition, or this was originally something else and they just marked this down. But they have an acceptable player pack down here with one controller. Let's look at that one quick. So there is no replica controller, so you have to get the substitute for an original acceptable controller. That's still $160. So just the same as Walmart's pricing. I don't know, guys. It's ridiculous. It's still a lot of money. And this is an acceptable condition. So what's acceptable mean? It could have scratches. It could have markings. It could be missing pieces. They basically just say as long as it works, it's acceptable in their eyes. I think they even say that right here. Acceptable. The system contains cosmetic flaws, but not limited to discoloration, scratches, chips, stickers, writing, missing doors, inoperable reset button. You might spend this much money and get this thing and not even be able to reset it. You might have to keep turning it off and turning it on. It says the console supposedly though is refurbished, cleaned, and tested. DK Oldies, we know how well you clean and refurbish your consoles. But that's, I mean, this is another option. So far, we got the Walmart option, we got the DK Oldies ones, but now what we're going to kind of do is my favorite, and that is actually going to sites like Mercari and stuff like that, because let's face it, these are the best options, if you ask me. So all I did when I went on Mercari, it's a for sale site. You can either pay the price they want, or with any of these, you can make an offer. So you don't necessarily have to pay that full price. And a lot of times, if the offers are decent, they're pretty good about getting in on it. So right out the back here, let's just go and list the newest first. Oh, that didn't really help our cause, did it? Let's go back. Alright, so right up the top here, we have a Super Nintendo console with a wireless controller, which I don't see very often. It's probably third party. I don't know how good it actually is. You do got $12 shipping. Probably why this is not sold yet, but that is interesting yourself. Or interesting to me is to see a wireless controller. So maybe that's why the pricing and people are liking it. Once again, with anything, you always got to check the sellers first too before you purchase it. These guys have 5 stars, unlike that one guy from Walmart, out of 1,600. So let's go back. So this is kind of a cool one right here. Let's check this out. So I mean, this is a bang for the buck right here. Super Nintendo console with games. So you get 2 games. Granted, they're Tom and Jerry, Madden, it's whatever, but you get 2 games so you can play it immediately. You get you get it all. You get 2 controllers. These are the, I think the ASCI ones or whatever. They're third party, but it does have an original one in there. But you get 3 controllers with 2 games, $100. Shipping is about $11. So $111. You're set. You can make an offer. Heck, you can make an offer for probably $90. This one says you can make an offer for $85, and if they want to go that low, they can go that low. Granted that this thing has been listed for a while, you might be able to get that low. But it comes from the Batcave, which is an amazing seller, it looks like. 3,200 reviews, 5 stars. Let's look at one more. So this is one that's kind of very generic right here. This would be what I'd base a lot of this on. So shipping is obviously $8, but $90. Originally they listed this thing at $135, but it's been going down and going down. Yes, it's yellow. Yes, it's discolored. This would probably be what you would buy from DK Oldies. This is their acceptable condition. So you would think pay twice as much at DK Oldies. But this one you get 2 controllers that are OEM. So those are original controllers. Looks like original cording. Yep, it comes with everything sold as is. Reparable, and it's a good seller too. So 1,300 reviews, 5 stars. Now, just once again, these sell for around $80. Yeah. So in closing, what is your best option? Obviously, to search some for sale websites. Now, some of you will argue, well, DK Oldies and stuff like that has a 1-year warranty or 1-year guarantee on any of the products that they sell, which is nice. I mean, it makes you feel all warm and cuddly inside that you're able to have that and know that for a whole year, if something should happen, you should be able to return it and get another one. But is that really worth paying 2 times the price for something else? Now, we saw some great sellers on Mercari and stuff that were selling it for half the price. That one was like $111. You got 2 games, 3 controllers, and it looked like it was in pretty good shape. And yes, we had the discolored one, but would you really want to spend $160, getting something from DK Oldies could be beat the hell up, and you could basically buy the same exact thing off Mercari. And I guarantee the DK Oldies one is not going to be as clean and stuff as you think it is. Remember that acceptable condition for a lot of websites is different. So some sites, I've got a few guys on here that run their own stores. Their acceptable condition is obviously way better than this. They take the thing apart, they replace boards, they clean stuff. The only reason that they will list it as acceptable is because it is discolored. And let's face it, it just looks kind of whatever. I always like to call it the gold edition of the Super Nintendo. But these are your guys' options. Otherwise, you know, you can always use Facebook Marketplace. And Craigslist is still around. I don't really know that many people that use Craigslist anymore, but it is around. But Facebook Marketplace is a great thing because sometimes these people will clean out their houses and find this stuff buried away and be like, hey, I want to sell this. And I don't know how much it's worth, so they get rid of it for a decent price in Marketplace. So that is always an option. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment below if you guys found this video helpful. I think nowadays they are talking about this hype up option on YouTube, which kind of helps boost you on the algorithm. So if you guys still have any of those available this week on, I think it's only on mobile device. I don't know. I haven't been able to find it, but I've been hearing from everywhere around here that they have this option. So I don't know. But go ahead and hype this video up if you want. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay retro, my friends, and God bless.